PAX East 2017, unfortunately for the attendees, is over, and with it comes the end of the Intel Extreme Rig Challenge. All of the contestants have completed their 7th generation Core i7 processor and 600p SSD powered computers. If you haven't seen the lead-up videos for this project, you can start with episode 1 right up here. But now we have the final awards and spoils. The 7 teams that made it out of 12 include AVA Direct, Origin PC, iBuyPower, Maingear, CyberPower PC, Xidax, and NCIX. And they were competing in 4 different categories: most creative, best engineered, highest performance, and most appeasing to you, also known as community choice. The first category to be decided was most creative, and the top 3 system builders in this category were Xidax, NCIX PC, and CyberPower. CyberPower went for a really unique look, and they accomplished this by utilizing copper piping and using a D-frame chassis from Inwin, which is really rare and helped make a pipe frame style aesthetic. They also used copper and orange as their main colors, which are not very common and really helped them stand out. Xidax went with this really cool looking monochrome water cooling setup, with one loop being set up with black liquid and another loop being set up with white liquid, and then contrasted that monochrome with possibly the most RGB enabled fans I have ever seen in a single case, and 3 individual lighting controllers that were accessible from outside of the case to control all of those freaking fans. NCIX, inspired by ASUS's Gladius and Spatha mice, went with an impeccably detailed engraving throughout their entire system and fully utilized Thermaltake's RGB water cooling fittings with white pastel liquid cooling to great effect, and it really made their system pop. When the dust was settled and all the votes were finally cast, the grand winner of the most creative category was CyberPower PC, with Xidax and NCIX tying for second. Next up was Best Engineered, and the top 3 systems voted in by the judges were NCIX, Xidax, and AVA Direct. Now, we just took a look at Xidax and NCIX, so we're going to go directly to AVA Direct. And clean and pristine must have been the marching orders at AVA when they were designing this system. From the color palette to the aluminum cable combs chosen just to perfectly manage all of their cables, to the water cooling setup in general. It comes together in a computer that is just refreshing to look at. But in the end, when all was said and done, NCIX took first place, with AVA Direct coming in right behind them and Xidax pulling a solid third. Then we come to a category with no judges. No community judges, no judge panel. This is performance. You have to win with a score in this one. And the top 3 systems were AVA Direct, Xidax for a third freaking time, and iBuyPower. iBuyPower's system was the legendary Snowblind, which we've actually featured on our channel twice in the past. It features an awesome side panel, which is a translucent monitor, which you can do with pretty much whatever you want. You can do anything that you would do on a normal monitor over there, but it's recommended that you run a rain meter setup, which will show all your system settings, which is actually pretty badass. Inside that side panel, you see an extremely white overall aesthetic with very intense LEDs, because they have to generate a lot of light and bounce a lot of light around in order to have it come through that translucent side panel. But when the numbers came in for performance, AVA Direct claimed a strong first place, with Xidax and iBuyPower claiming second and third respectively. Which leaves us with the grand prize, the Community Choice Awards. There was 126,444 votes cast against the 12 original teams that were entered in this contest. But above all others was Origin PC. And I get it. Their computer, or computers, should I say at this point, are epic. To explain what I mean by that, they're running 2 individual VR-ready systems within the same electric blue chassis. Each system is revealed through its own translucent monitor on its own side panel. Talk about using the budget. I think Origin really went with the 2 computers for the price of awesome on this one. If you want to play VR games with a friend or spouse at home, look no further. This computer perfectly fits that, albeit relatively small, niche. And with that, the Intel Extreme Rig Challenge of 2017 is concluded. Thank you to all of the system builders for participating. Win or lose, you guys all had spectacular systems. Thanks to Intel for doing this again and letting me be a part of it. And last but not least at all, thanks to you guys for watching and commenting and voting. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd be interested in seeing Intel do this again next year. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.